Citizens, and welcome back to the verse. This is Drake Days, and it is probably becoming one of my more favorite ship manufacturers in the verse. Unfortunately, if you're seeing this, that means Drake Days is over because it is almost midnight, and I have not had a chance to get in the verse or play at all today. So I'm kind of missing out on this because something's gone wrong with the expo this year where it's not rotating. So although Drake is here 28th and 29th, which will be tomorrow, I'm not finding that the show floors to get to them on the second day exists. It's not appearing, and CIG hasn't seemed to fix that, at least as far as I know. Maybe they have now. But we do have some cool ships here. I'm going to quickly just kind of go over these ships, and then we're going to talk about, because this is an update, Phase 3, which I have finally managed to complete last night. So I have Phase 3, and Phase 4 started. I haven't checked it out yet. I just know that it has started. So we do have another episode of the AIE show. I don't know what this one's about. I'm going to have to watch that later and kind of see what it's about. We have a war bond deal for the Vulture to save some money on the Vulture. That is today's war bond deal. We have the Buccaneer, which I love as a fighting ship. It's super fast, super fun, hits really hard. Glassjaw, you get a hit with that, you're pretty much done. Caterpillar, one of the ships that made me really love Drake. One of the ships that I am so excited about for the future and modularity. Still very slow in that happening with the ship. I do know some things have been confirmed. One is that you're going to be swapping out these modules, so you're not going to be able to just remove them and make a shorter one or add a bunch to make a longer one. It's just basically replacing the modules that are in here. What those modules will be and when they exist, who knows. There's definitely needs to be a rework on the ship for some things, including the ability to carry 30 SCU containers. But Drake Caterpillar on sale here. There is the larger Ironclad. We'll take a look at in a second. Corsair, a ship I still kind of like. The interior is really awesome. It's a really neat looking ship. One I don't own. One that a lot of people are very upset with some changes that have happened recently. Cutlass Black. It's the first Drake ship that I ever really experienced, and the one that I still don't like how it looks. But using it and flying it and the utilitarianness of the Drake Cutlass Black is amazing. It's probably one of the best ships for someone wanting to step up from a starter, but at the same time, it's just never been one that it's one I stayed away from for a very long time because I just didn't know how I felt about it based on it just wasn't for me. But then flying it, it's actually one I've really grown to love. We also have the variants, the blue, which is the one that is for like bounty hunting, the medical version, and the steel, which look at how much money the steel is. I don't see that being worth the price compared to some other drop ships. But I don't know, some people probably own it and like it. We have the cutter, which is now what I say is the starting ship for anyone to get. Price versus performance, I love it. It's pretty awesome. We have the Rambler, which will just have a lot more distance. So if you look at these, not only are they just different versions, but like look at the different spoilers and tops on them are all different. But the Rambler is like kind of a more exploration ship. We have the scanning version, which is the Scout, which got this radar dish on top. The Dragonfly, never pay $40 and buy a Dragonfly. You can always buy one in game relatively cheap. That being said, Dragonflies are pretty awesome. They still don't have some features after many, many years. They should be able to fold up into like a storage mode. That still doesn't exist. We do have the Drake Herald. This is a ship that I always thought was just this tiny little like data running ship, big engine, little cockpit. Until the first time I actually checked one out in the expo and realized that there's actually an interior in here, so that you can have like the crew running the computers and stuff. It's just a cool ship. It's just one that I have absolutely no experience with at all. After that, we have the Ironclad. There's two versions of this. We got the Ironclad and the Assault version. This people refer to as just like a larger version of the Caterpillar, and it is very similar in some ways, including having the detachable command pod on there. I don't understand why You can only fly it from here, so once you detach the command pod, you can't really control the ship here or pilot the ship here. Kind of makes sense, very similar to Caterpillar in the same ways, but at the same time, it'd be nice if that was not the case. Then we have the Kraken. We're getting into the massively expensive ships here, and the Privateer, which is kind of a competitor to the Merchantman as far as what it offers as offering stores, but this one has something that the Merchantman doesn't have, which is landing pads. So you're able to actually use this as kind of like a mobile base. We have the Mule, which I don't understand. I do have one issue with this, and that's you get in here, you pick up a box. Now you're in the ship, or vehicle, I should say. The exit is out the front, like the Rock, but now you got a box in the way. Seems like a bad design. We have the Vulture. I love the Vulture. It's an awesome ship. I really like salvage. We're going to get into salvage in a bit. And then we're back to the Buccaneer. So those are the special offers. Now we're going to go and check out the Phase 4 of the Save Stanton event. So go to Steve Stanton. Steve Stanton. All right. And we'll move up to the top. Why are we way down here? All right, that was a lot of scrolling to get to the top. I don't know why that was the case, but usual Steve Stanton. If you finish this, you get your pyro laser repeaters. You're going to get those from completing this. Now, if we go to the FAQ down here, Stanton is under threat. That's all we're willing to say. Read the contracts and scavenge locations for hidden clues about why all this is happening. I have searched all the locations. I have not found any clues, so I don't know if this is really a thing. Scavenge locations for hidden clues. Are they there? Have you found them? I have looked and I have not found them. We'll be able to join late and still participate. Yes, absolutely. You can still participate as long as you get this done before 4.0 comes out, which is supposed to be by the end of the year. I'm guessing it'll be just before everyone goes on holiday break. You can do this. This event is not going to run in the future. This is the part that's confusing me. Are there any other rewards for completing this event? Yes, we have many permanent rewards for this plan. However, to get every reward, you have to play all of it and finish before 4.0 goes live. So, yes, many permanent rewards. To get the rewards, you have to play all of this and finish before 4.0 goes live. Then we look at 4.0, and if we stay here, started yesterday, Wednesday, November 27th. Recent attacks have ignited a movement to clean out the criminal element in Pyro. Citizens for Prosperity is hoping for a peaceful solution, while the Frontier Fighters militant group wants it done by force. Both groups need a hand before they jump. Save Stanton Phase 4, resupply Hall, buy, mine, refine, or otherwise acquire commodities for Frontier Fighters and deliver the Pyro Stanton point. Or supply run. The Citizen Prosperity needs supplies before they leave. Buy, mine, refine, or otherwise acquire what they need and drop it off at the point. Regardless who you support, you must complete 6 resupply or supply run missions before the event ends. The Save Stanton story will continue after 4.0 launches. Now's the time to choose your alliance, as your choice will matter. Exclusive ship skins will be awarded for those who complete both parts of the story, along with another unique reward for those who just complete the Pyro section. Chapter 1, get the ship weapons. Chapter 2, redacted. Chapter 1 and 2, ship skins, more info later. And here's where I'm confused, because up here, down here I should say, are there other rewards? Yes, we have many permanent rewards for this plan. However, to get every reward, you have to finish it all before 4.0 is live. And now, 4.0 is when you get these extra things. So we don't have any future rewards for all of Phase 1, or Chapter 1, I should say. It's the opposite of what it says right here. Also, if I'm doing the resupply haul, does that give me ship skins that are for one side? Because I'm confused if there's ships for one side or the other. That's not really clear. And if I'm choosing which skins I want, I would like to see them first to see what they're going to look like, wouldn't I? I don't know. What do you think? Kind of confusing. I'm going to look through this whole thing here and see if there's any other information, but so far this isn't making any sense. So maybe I'll just do that now, and then we'll head into the verse. First cool thing I found is that someone actually did find a data pad with a slicer operative that had on there, which was Maybe one of the clues they're talking about. I have never found one of these clues. So the fact that someone found this clue, I think that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so that's kind of neat. First thing I found was that there was a data pad on one of the slicers. I searched all the slicers I could find, never was found a data pad. Next thing I found here was Chapter 1. The 4 phases that are live right now will be rewarded with the pyro laser repeaters once all 1 to 4 phases are complete. So we have to go all the way up to finishing phase 4 to get those laser repeaters. Chapter 2 isn't active, and as above, Dave Stanton story will continue after 4.0 launches, which, when it does, after you complete all those phases, you get the redacted reward. You need to complete the Chapter 1 before Chapter 2 goes live. After 4.0, and I'm completing both chapters, you get the reward. I hope this clears things up. Sort of. You get the phasers by doing the stuff we're doing now. Chapter 2, you get the redacted reward, but you don't get them until you do. You need to complete Chapter 1 before Chapter 2 goes live, and upon completing both chapters, you get the reward. But you don't get the reward. You get the reward, but you don't until you finish it? I think I understand that. All right. Super clear. All right. This is more clear. What I was wondering, does it matter which choice you make to get specific things if I'm doing whatever mission on phase 4? No, it's not permanent yet. Chapter 2, when it's released, is when you have to make your choice. But this is your intro to see what both factions are talking about. So you get to kind of decide what side you want to take. But it's not a permanent choice yet. It's only a permanent choice when 4.0 is out and you're deciding which one you're going to do. Okay, that's a little bit more clear. I like that. So while we wait for this to load, I'm going to go over a little bit of Phase 3 and how I managed to complete it, as well as how I managed to make a lot more money at it than I normally would. Now, Phase 3, Phase 1 and 2, I was talking about how you can do that solo. It's not necessarily easy, but you can do it solo. Some of them I actually found quite simple to do. Phase 3 is 100% impossible to solo unless you manage to get something like the rental Polaris and were able to get to the turret and use that. But even then, it's not easy. It's much easier to do as a group. The way I did it one time was with a crewed hammerhead. I got together with a group of people in a hammerhead and I managed to do it that way. The last one I did, I was in a smaller fighter taking on smaller ships, but there was someone there with a Polaris and they were basically drawing the attention of a lot of ships, and someone else was there as a hammerhead taking on a lot of the ships, which left me to just fight those ships on my own. I did end up taking a lot of damage at one point and had to go back and repair, and it was very close to the end of the see, there we go, save Stanton phase 4. It was very close to the end of the come on, hurry up, of the event, and so I thought the only ship that I had that I could quickly get into was a vulture. There we go, finally elevators. And I lucked out because the vulture works fine. It's okay for fighting. I've actually fought in a vulture before, did some bounties, and then scrape the hulls and take all their, you know, delicious innards and use those for making some money. So I was able to take out, I think, 3 more ships with the vulture, and then when the Idris was destroyed, everyone took off to go do the next mission, and I was done. That was my 3 of 3. And I will say, I am so glad that CIG makes us do 6 of every mission, but only 3 of the Idris one. So I scraped the Idris. I scraped it, I filled up my entire vulture, and so what has been a weird pay, because I don't know if that event still shows up. Oh, it does. And it says, look, it says 331,000. No, I was making like 60,000. That's what I was making. I don't know if it splits between everyone that signed up for it, but it definitely, if that was the case, a lot of people signed up for that mission and we're not there because it was pretty horrific as far as you get paid. 60,000 for all that, considering how many times I had to claim a ship. Sometimes I would rush that claim to get back out there. Not great. So scraping that haul, I made a couple 100,000 UEC, no problem. Weirdly, scraping the Idris, there are some parts of it that are not scrapable once it's been soft deathed. It's kind of interesting. I didn't bother even trying to get the guns or anything. I don't think I could. I don't think I could fit them in the Vulture anyways, and I don't know how I would ever fit them into an elevator and sell them. But yeah, that is the way to make some extra money if you are still doing the Idris. Right near the end, grab yourself a Vulture and get back out there and just suck up all that delicious hull scrapings. We're going to try to quickly look at these new missions. Contracts. Purdy. Supply Hall. Going to Pyro Gateway. I guess they all are. Helium from Seraphim. Bexylate. Hydrogen. I guess I could mine the Bexylate. Tungsten, titanium, copper. Agricultural supplies. Aluminum, nitrogen. Helium. Seraphim. Bexylate. Magnus. Terra. That'd be the one I would go for. I think that's the one I'm going to go for. So, just got to make sure I don't miss my stop here, so I'll get out quick. We'll see what ships I have, but first I'm going to take a quicker look at what this actually entails. I'm assuming that there's not a lot of variety in these. That's the one really complaint I have really with most events like this, is it's like, do this event, which is kind of fun. Alright, do it a certain number more times. With the original Xenothreat, it was to build up your rep. You had to keep grinding them out over and over again. With this, it's do them 6 times. And after, you know, the 3rd time, it'd be kind of interesting if it was a little bit different. The ones where you're taking out a Slicer operative that was at a location, which I was pointing out was very easy to do, and very quick to do. I kind of also like the idea of maybe putting them in a cave and making it a little bit more interesting. We have to climb around. Maybe put one inside one of the cargo facilities. I'm also kind of surprised, now I think about it, that these aren't at a cargo facility. That you're just going and like buying them at like space stations or mining. Now, I'm assuming mining would work, but the problem with mining is you have to wait for the refined goods, and you can't get them put into like a certain size box. So, mounts needed. We're looking for 6 to 20 SU per item. That seems pretty high, but that's Agresium. Where's the one I just saw? Helium. 2 to 4 SU per item. Cool. So if they're only looking for 2 to 4, you got to do this 6 times. That's like 24 maximum potential of each one. So let's do that. So I think if I could just buy these, because we're going to get a wipe. 4.0 is going to be a full wipe. Doing these missions, I got 2.4 million. I got more than enough money, and I have nothing to spend it on. Why go and mine these? I do love mining, but I'm going to mine when it's for profit, when it's actually going to help me when 4.0 comes out. Right now, what ship do I have that can hold all of that? Star Runner could. Cutlass Black could hold half of it. The 890, that's a little overkill. Let's use the Star Runner, the ship that I love. Go back. Deliver. Request delivery. Request delivery. There we go. Just thinking about it. Retrieve.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
So
Your vehicle has been delivered to
I'm going to Terra, Seraphim, and Magnus. And I'm at Lorville. So Terra's there, Seraphim's there, Magnus is here? Yeah, so let's do this. We can go from Lorville, we can go to Magnus. Now we'll go to Terra first, then Magnus, then Seraphim, then Pyro, and then we'll see if we can just, I'm assuming, this is a gamble since I haven't really looked into this, I'm assuming the missions are kind of the same all the time. And with that, I'm assuming that they'll respawn and I can just bring them all there at once. I don't have to go buy these 6 times, which is probably how it was designed. But I'm assuming if I buy them all at once, get them all into my ship, go there, I can just crank out this job. Now because they're looking for 2 to 3 per, well, unfortunately that means I'm going to have to buy like 1 SU containers. I can't buy like a big 16 SU because that's not going to work. But We're gonna get into our Star Runner. I'm gonna go to Terra first, and I'm gonna buy my first commodity. And I think 24 of each will be more than enough to guarantee that I'll be able to do all 6 of my missions at once. I don't think I've used that elevator in a super long time. When jumping, so much faster. When I go to the gateway, I should also get some cruise while I'm at it. Alright, you don't need to see me fly there. I'll join you at Terra. Gateway granted. Where is it? There it is. Oh, and now it's disappeared. Well, hopefully it's still there. I have never been to the Terra jump gate before. It's very blue here. Does that mean the space in Terra is going to be blue instead of green? Does each system have its own color, do you think? Alright, let's head into our hangar. Let's see how much this is going to cost to buy, what did I say? 24? 24 SU? I think that will work. That'll give us the potential maximum that we would need for what we're buying. So we're going to aim ourselves over this freight elevator so we can actually get our stuff when we order it. Oh, a little close there. That should be good. Let's go buy our stuff. See how much this will cost. I have an idea that might speed up loading and unloading also. Should have parked by that freight elevator. This is a long run. This is a big hangar. So I may as well bring you along because I don't know where I'm going in this place. And so I'll show you that you get to a new place, you're not sure where you go, just hit F2. I want to get to internal transit, which is over there. Perfect. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Here we go. Oh, hello, sir. Did you buy all the stuff that I'm hoping to get? Is it over here? That's Habs. Oh, no, here we go. Perfect. First place first. Let's go to, I'm guessing, Galleria. I'm guessing we gotta go find the admin terminal. Easiest spot because it'll be yellow. There we go. Oh, they have kiosks on the outside. So what am I buying here again? Hydrogen. I need 24 hydrogen. It won't load it into my Star Runner from what I understand. I don't think they fixed it. I could try. Hydrogen. No. Okay. Terra Gateway. Hydrogen. There you go. 1 SU containers. We want 24 of those. 2,500. Okay, I have like millions. So, let's buy those. Confirm. 24 is what I want. Cool. Next place we're going to go is the cargo deck. For 2 reasons. One is they sell crews there. I know they probably sell some in somewhere in the gallery here. But cargo deck will sell that for sure. But they also sell something else that might make loading these 1SU containers a bit faster. I do think I do have a tractor beam on me. That's good. Okay. So let's get some crews. Now, because I also why can't I find... Do they not have armor here? Thought I'd be able to get, like, armor to get a backpack, but it's just clothing here. Well, that's interesting. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that in. Utility, we have 4 SU containers, 8 SU. I'm going to buy 6 of these. 6, 4 SU containers. The reason why I'm not going to get the 8 is because the 8 I'd still have to get 4 to stack them on top to really fit that in correctly. I get 6 of those, 6 containers as opposed to 24. It's definitely going to be quicker. I know we're going to get a wipe. I know I'm going to lose them anyways. But I can't help but check to see if there's any turtles. Turtle. Hey, buddy. Come with me. We're going to go on an adventure. Yes, we are. Okay. He's never been this fast in his life. Let's head back to our hangar. Talk about getting turned around. I got lost in the station. Even with the minimap, I wasn't really watching it. I am also acutely aware, this turtle's beautiful. I'm also acutely aware I did not buy any crews. What I was thinking is to buy crews, buy a backpack and armor and be able to put it all in. And because I wasn't able to get any armor, I just didn't bother. I'm still doing okay. I'm at about 70% of my hydration right now. I'll just pick some up and drink it when I need it. There you go, buddy. Face the corner, I guess. Sorry about that. Alright. Is there a way to rotate things before you place them? I don't know. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to find containers. Where's all my containers? There we go. We've got these containers here. First container, double click. Let's split this. 4 in there. Next container, split it. 4 in there. Now the fact that I've split it once already at 4, it keeps splitting 4 for me, which speeds this up quite a bit. And there we go. We now have all of our hydrogen in these containers. Which means, instead of moving 24 containers, I only got to move 6. Did they change this? I think they reversed the tractor beam buttons. Yeah. Well, that's good. So much faster now. So can you imagine how long it would take? 24 when I see you, even though I'm relatively close. So this is why I don't want to use the 8. If I use an 8, that's how big they are, and then you have all this space on top. You're going to have to put a 4 up there anyways. So might as well just put 4s in here. Now, the drawback of this is I can't see what's in it. When I'm doing this, it just says it's a storage container. So I have to remember what's in there if I was ever doing something where I needed these items. Now, I think I can... Can I only get the side one first? I guess so. I think I can look at it from here, though. Whoa. Yes, if I hit F... Oh. I'm very confused. I should double check that there's something in these before I take off. So, to do that... Because it is... a commodity, but it did say I had 100% of space there. So if I double click this, oh, see? First of all, why are these up here? Secondly, why is there 4 down here? This might have been a mistake. We'll find out. Okay, let's put this back on there. Yeah? So where's the one in here? Did I just somehow lose? All my stuff? You know what? I'm not going to risk it. I can eat the thousands of dollars I spent on these boxes. I can leave them here. I don't care. I'm going to just load the 24 boxes. This should work, that once I bring them to the next location, I should be able to unload these and take everything out. But the problem is... like, that one's showing up. But that one's not. So I don't know where all the stuff is. So what I'm going to do quickly, I shouldn't have to eat all the costs. I should be able to take the boxes I have out of the MSR and hopefully find some of the stuff still in there. I can do that. That's kind of an issue. It's kind of a weird issue. Let's do that. Let's do this. The slow way, but the right way. Usually, using these boxes works a lot better, but this seemed to be kind of glitchy, and I don't want to mess this up. This is really confusing. One store-all container is showing 20 SU of hydrogen in it, when the store-all container should only hold 4. I'm not going to risk doing the store-all, even though maybe I could have just brought it all in one container, which actually would be pretty awesome. But again, like I said, I don't want to risk this, so I recovered all my stuff. We're just going to bring it all in one by one. Now we're at Seraphim. Now, I will say, I know they tried to give this some really good Port Olisar vibes, but I don't know. I mean, Port Olisar was the best, and I don't think anything is going to compete with that. Oh, I have to be on this side. It's got some of the characteristics, but God, I missed that port. What a location. It was the best place. Oh, it's up here. I thought it was one of those side ones. It was the best place for like a new player to walk out of and just walk out to the ship on the pad. I know it's not the same as like an instance hangar, but that experience is one that any new player starting now won't understand what they're missing out. It was spectacular. Alright, we need to adjust ourselves to the cargo grid here. That should be pretty good. Perfect. There we go. Alright, let's go get ourselves... I think we're getting helium here? Let's go get ourselves some helium. Whoa! Alright. Let's try that again. A little bit of a missing doorway there, so don't take that elevator. Is this one going to open? There we go. Elevator. Perfect. Galleria. And off we go. Oh. Thought those were other players. Look at all the people walking around here. Wow. Alright. Yellow, 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 yellow. Upstairs? Up this way? Yellow. There we go. Helium. How much does helium cost? First things first, we have to choose. Why is it showing all these ships here? I don't have those ships here, do I? Helium. Oh, wait, was it helium or hydrogen? What did I buy at Terra? I believe it's hydrogen. Let's be sure about that. That means I could have bought both here. Alright, so potentially, come to Seraphim first. You might be able to buy everything you need here. Helium, Seraphim. Hydrogen, also Seraphim. What's this? Okay. Did it Bexalate here? Oh, I didn't want the 890. Seraphim. No Bexalin. But we already got hydrogen. We need helium. 1 SU containers. 24 of those. 4,888. Yeah. That's not much at all. Okay. Confirm. And then I'll go load that up. More of the same. So I wasn't thinking of the last location, but if this was right here, I could have bought one here. So I could buy on the hazard core. Did I purchase? I don't know. If there was one there. Oh, there we go. Transaction complete. Good. And then I want to get the backpack. Oh, it's a helmet. Nope, helmet. Legs. Nope. Give me the... How is the backpack not something I can aim at? Alright, let's try here. Hello, sir. There you go. Let's quick buy. You know what? Yeah, I'll get this one. That's good enough. That will hold my Lux. Let's get some of those. Good to go. I'm also going to get some fuel while I'm here to continue my journey. I should have got the XL1 on my ship. If you're going to do this run, speed things up a bit, get that XL1. Ooh. Turtle? Are you here? How many turtles can we get during this mission? So far, what? There we are. More of the same. We got our helium and hydrogen. Hydrogen and helium. There you go. Also, our little turtle is making a run for it. For some reason over there now. I don't know why. So, that is it. One last thing, Bexalate. Will it also be in a yellow container? We will see. Gonna go pick that up at Magnus Station. Now, if you don't want to risk losing all your hard work, definitely you can always just go drop this off at the Pyro Gateway and then head out to the next location, but I'm willing to do the risk. This has been about maybe half an hour so far. Why did I just take that fuse out? No, I don't want to do that. Sit. It's been about a little over half an hour. Maybe 40 minutes. Not bad for... I feel really confident. 6 rounds of this. It's going to be relatively quick to get them all done. So we're going to turn our weapons on and head over to Magnus jump site. Well, we're at Magnus, and I think... Ooh! Never mind. Ooh, he's on his back. I thought he escaped. Maybe he's just a little bit kind of loose bouncing around. Buddy. It's okay, bud. There you go. Alright, we're at Magnus. This is the last stop for picking up our goods. I'm expecting this place to be the most expensive because we're gonna be getting Vexillate. Vexillate is not cheap. I could have positioned myself to load that up, but I'll do that later. You don't need to see me load my ship more than the one time where I just kind of did a little bit. I'll just show you the end result of how much it costs to get everything. But at the same time, we'll see how much it is together. But after this, we're going to head to Pyro Station and see if we can do this quest 6 times. Where am I going? This way. I sure hope with new planets comes new looks for any stations you're in. Like, R&R doesn't need to have a monopoly on every single system. Especially if we're only going to get 5 by release. Galleria. And yes, I've bought fuel, and I've drank some cruise. Where's admin? Oh, I was right by it. Alright, how much is 24 Vexillate gonna cost me? Whew. It's gonna be expensive. Alright, 1 SU containers. 24 of those, please. 150,000. It's gonna cost about 150,000 to do this if you just want to buy all the stuff. Alright, I'll go load that up. And more of the same. Although, at least the boxes are different color. Now, I'm stacking them this way with this opening here because when your boxes are all kind of jammed in, and because I kept things separate side to side, which actually worked out well having a different color in the middle, it's not easy to get this last box in. So that's fine, I'm okay with that. This middle row is just going to be a little bit longer here as we get all the Vexillate in. Again, I do not think I'm going to need all this. I think I might have overspent, but since there's a wipe coming, doesn't matter. I have some extra. I could probably sell it if I really wanted to, but do I really need the cash? I don't think so. So we're going to pull all this in, head over to Pyro Gateway, and I haven't even actually accepted any of the missions yet. I've just been getting the supplies based on the mission I saw. So I have my helium, my hydrogen, and my Vexillate. So I'm going to head over to Pyro Gateway. Which gateway is this? Is that this one? Maybe. Do I have enough fuel for pyro? I should.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Perfect. Plenty of fuel. And off we go. Spooling showing 0%. Ah, it still works anyways.
Engage.
Uh-oh. At least I am not actually doing a mission, although we do have a surveyor here, and I am stuck hoping. Can I go into... Ooh, there we go. Doesn't let me, like, look around like that, though. At least I haven't taken the mission yet, therefore I can't really fail the mission. As long as I wait here, hopefully things will come back, and I will be on my way to Pyro Gateway. But currently I'm stuck at 31 gigameters. I'm assuming it's gigameters away. Server error. I'll just wait around. Hopefully this fixes itself. Ooh. Okay. So as the server recovered, I'm here. It was still jumping me, and I popped out of my jump at the gateway. That was quick. Alright, that actually worked out well. I feel more confident about that. We're going to get into a hangar, and I'll feel even better about it. But we're okay. We've made it to the pyro gateway, I believe. Let's double check that that's where they popped me out. Pyro gateway, perfect. That's where I want to be. And I don't know where they're going to assign me a landing. But we can start requesting a landing. Yeah? Now if that doesn't work, and try again. Okay, is that working? Let's get ourselves into a hangar. Eventually this should work, right? Like, I'm right here. At least now clicking that, it's going. There you go. Gateway granted. Gateway granted where? Where? Pyro? Oh, there it is. This way. This way. Over there. That's why I didn't want to get too close to the main hub, because it keeps sticking you out on one of these arms. I don't know which arm it is every time I arrive here. Going pretty fast. We're going about 500 meters a second. Let's bring that down to about 150. Beautiful here. I mean, it's just beautiful here. Oh, weird. Third person doesn't show up after crash recovery. I wonder if I have to get out of my seat and back in. All these contracts are coming available again. So I would have lost my last contract, but this one seems to be okay. Let's get them back.
Landing gear down.
Landing gears down. Now, unfortunately, I can't see where I'm aiming, so I'm just going to land here. Because I can't get into third person, like an external view.
Landing complete.
And I also can't get out of my seat. Interesting. Alright, but I've landed at Pyro. Even though holding Y isn't letting me get up, and I don't have a prompt anywhere. What is... There we go. Exit seat. Yeah. That's definitely an issue. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ooh. Why am I down? There we go. Okay. Can we get back in our seat? Does not appear so. So what I think I'm going to do... Server recovery seems to be an issue. I'm going to restart now that we're at Pyro. Moment of truth. Did I waste all my time? Did my ship store? Am I going to have to restart? Let's get down to the hangars. At least doors are working for me. Interactive buttons are working. How do I get to where I'm going? Oh. That's medical. There we go. That way. Okay. This way. I guess I could have looked for the outside window. And a right turn, I believe. Yes, perfect. So, where's my ship?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Let's hope it's here. None of these elevators are working. Oh, there we go. Is it still there? Because it showed up as needing to be claimed. So I'm hoping that's not the case. It's a long elevator ride. I guess it's pretty far to go. Phase 4, harder than I thought. There's no chances here, eh?
To the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
Where's my ship? Where is it? CIG, what did you do?
ASOP Vehicle
You
Retrieval
stole my
System.
ship. Alright.
Please visit us again.
Take 2. Back at Pyro. That was actually pretty quick. That was about, of actual work, about 20 minutes to get everything. I did it a little bit differently than I did last time. I'll kind of put a little bit of that video here, but I'll put out a different video kind of explaining this as a shorter version for people who want to know how to do this. Wrong button. There we go. Instead of trying the 4 SU containers, they don't sell 16 or 24, but they do sell the 8s. And so I was able to basically get everything into 8 SU containers. My original plan was to offload from the ship with each mission, but I think I can just do it from cargo. So I was able to get the Magnus jump point, get the Bexalate, so that's another 150,000. But again, I got lots of money. I'm still, around 2 million. Then at the same time, I went to Seraphim and got both helium and hydrogen, and there we go. Like, really quick to load and unload these containers, and you can do this with the standard multi-tool. I did have some issues with server lag, but even that, getting all the helium and hydrogen I wanted in one go, from landing to buying these containers to loading and unloading the ship, or I should say just loading it all into the ship, was like 9 minutes. Really quick. I guess I gotta start from this side. You can't see what's in them, that's the only drawback. And I actually spent extra time double checking to make sure stuff was in these, because remember I was having issues with these smaller containers before. What I did is I split everything apart, then I basically closed and opened the cargo again, and that got rid of some of the weird glitches. Then I put all the stuff into these containers, then I moved the containers back to the warehouse and back again and double checked them. That did add some time, but like, look at this is 3 sets of 24 SUs of the different commodities, and it's all off the ship. I'm going to put it into the warehouse, and then I have to take everything out of these boxes. That's going to take a little bit more time, but what I save in loading and unloading time, super quick. I did spend about 150,000 to get these 8 SU containers, to get all the ones I needed. So that is an added cost, but if you've been doing this mission, the Save Stanton mission, phase 1 and 2 definitely would have covered this cost. And like I said, there's going to be a wipe. You're going to lose all your money anyways. Why not? Spend it, right? So I'm going to load these up And then I'm going to take everything out of these containers and put it into just the warehouse storage. And then let's see if we can do these missions. I think. What happened? What's happened? Are you kidding me? What's happening? You gotta be kidding me. Are you kidding me? Well, another thing for the issue council. Let's see if I manage to get at least a little bit of everything I need in here at once. I probably lost all my Bexlite. I probably lost the most expensive thing that I bought. Is someone else landing in here? Did they just assign my hangar to someone else? Well, if so, they're out of luck. So. Oh no. Got some Bexlite. That's good. Oh, wait. This won't work. Gotta put it down first. What happened? I wonder if I'll get lucky and have enough to do what I'm supposed to do. And have gotten at least a little bit of everything. Let's move all this out here. Bexlite, good. Helium. More Bex. Hydrogen, so I can at least do one of these missions. More Bex. More hydrogen. Helium. Alright, well I kind of got a little bit of everything, but still, you can understand why I am not jazzed about this at all. Okay. Let's take the contract. Greasium, nope. Helium, Bexlite, hydrogen, accept. 2 hydrogen, 3 helium, 2 Bexlite. Okay. Wait, how much was it? 2 Bex. 3 helium, 2 everything else. Okay. Helium. Two Bex. 2 hydrogen. This should bring it up. At which point I should be able to bring it back down. Ooh. Well, there it is. It doesn't really lift as much as it just appeared there. Alright. Down. Confirm. Yeah, those boxes are moving. You can see them there, eh? Delivery to hydrogen. 3 helium. 2 Bexlite. I think that's it. One of 6, phase 4. Okay. Priority. Helium, Bex, hydrogen. Is it always the same? Three of each, of course. Why can't it be two of each? Okay. Three Vex. Three helium. Three hydrogen. Up. Overall, this part seems to be working. I just don't know if I'll have enough. I might have to go out and run out and get some helium. I think I have enough Bexylate. Why isn't this rising? Oh, there you go. Let's send it back down. Yeah, that needs to be fixed. Also, why'd you take all these boxes? What caused that to open? Another one done? Two out of 6. Alright, we're getting there. You don't need to see me do all these, so I'll join you when they are done. Oh, that one's not showing up yet. Greasium, medical, tungsten, agricultural. There we go. Pretty quick. 2, 2, 3. So, one of the jobs I have, 3 hydrogen, 3 helium, 3 Bexylate. I don't think you take a hit rep-wise. I don't think there's any issues with failing a contract. So, let's just abandon that one. Abandon the contract. And it'll come back in the priority. Right now it won't be there. Right now we've got the Greasium, the Tungsten one, and the agricultural supplies. But failing it, no worries. I think this might be the way to go. So looking at what I have left here, I only really need 9 of each maximum to get my next 3. So look down here. How much do I have? Oh, I guess I have to go lower this down to actually look at it first. Let's do some math. Let's see what I can afford to take, what I can't. Maybe I could have actually done that, but it's good to kind of be sure. So what do we have here? We have 1, 2 Bexylate only. Oh, we're gonna run out of Bexylate. Hydrogen, we have 3. Oh, sorry. Those are 8. That's 8 Bexylate. You know what? 16 Bexylate. 10 hydrogen. Nope. Sorry. 9 hydrogen. 11 hydrogen. And 8 helium. Really, it's the helium. I can only deliver 8 helium. But I have enough of everything else. Yeah. So I think we might be okay. I think taking one contract away like that, priority still only 4. We're just going to wait for that one to come back again. And, yeah, as long as I don't run out of helium, we're going to be good. So I'll just wait a bit and we'll do the rest of the contract. So we're standing at, if you look at our journal here, we're standing at 3. We only need... If I get 1 helium that makes me deliver 2, then I'm good for the rest of them. So that's pretty awesome. Pretty easy to do. Just make sure you have enough. And yeah, should be good. Fingers crossed. And here we are. I lucked out. This is my last one. 3 hydrogen, 2 bexylate, 2 helium. We're going to have plenty of leftover after doing this. So I'm going to drop this down. Confirm. And as this heads down into the warehouse, congratulations to myself. I have... Ooh, Ardor Salvage Repeater awarded to your service in defense of Stanton. That comes up. That's awesome. So if I go here to my journal, 6 out of 6, 6 out of 6, 3 out of 3, 6 out of 6. Launch in phases 2, 3, and 4 complete. We did it. So we got that, and we actually had a lot to spare. Well, not a lot, but we had to spare. We had 9 bexylate, 2 hydrogen, and 2 helium left. Even though CIG decided to delete all those boxes that were sitting there when I was unloading them. So that's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Well, we know that's not the case. Now I'm going to put out 2 videos. I'm going to put out one. I'm trying to make shorter videos for kind of explaining how to do these in a solo way. Definitely this wasn't the most fun way, but it was definitely the easiest way, except for the errors I had. Then I'm going to put out this video which actually shows some of the issues you can have. I always like to kind of point out and show the errors and the glitches in the game. I feel it's kind of responsible to show that not everything works out all the time. But it wasn't a big deal, wasn't too bad, and we got it. Got it done, no problem. In the shorter video, I will also point out this video, but it's going to be coming out a bit later. The shorter video will definitely be out first and a lot easier to produce. But overall, yeah, doable as long as you don't have any errors. The server recovery that basically cut my attempt off right at the knees. I had to restart, do it again, and then luckily, what happened that caused those boxes to delete? I don't know. So that's it. We're done. We did it. Overall, I don't know how good this event is because CIG has events like this. The first one, the Xenothreat, I loved. If I'm going to kind of talk about which ones I like, the Xenothreat one, the first one was awesome. And it was the one where as you went through, you have your rep, and there was awards for completing, and you could kind of see, all right, I'm about here, I'm about here, about here. I got a reward. Now I'm in this one. I'm going up. Doing those as a reward where you're just kind of like working your way up a line made it better than just what we have now, which was just looking for a number to go up. Something about just advancing along in reputation I found more enjoyable. I do like this though because they've had other events where you don't know if you've done it correctly until the awards are awarded. So having it kind of put into this journal so that you can actually track it, I do like that. That was pretty awesome. But I know the reason for doing this and doing like complete these 6 times is to get CIG to not only just give you something super easy for free, but also to allow people to do this test multiple times to kind of test how it's working. I think I said test instead of event. Doing it multiple times to test how it's working, and at the same time test loads on the server and test like loads and getting things to restart and restart. So we're doing something testing, but phase 1, the defend, was fun. I liked it. But if you do it 6 times, it becomes less fun. If it was you do it 2 or 3 times, sure. Phase 3, the fact that it was 3 times, oh my god, I'm glad it wasn't more than that because it was not only almost impossible to get working, but when it did work, it was really fun until the end where you had to destroy the Idris. We could soft death the Idris, no problem, but the actual destruction was what made Phase 3 kind of hard, and why you don't really get in my series here really a guide on how to do phase 3 because it was just, I don't know how I'm going to edit this because it was just so boring to just fire at a ship for 10 minutes hoping it's going to explode. So phase 3, I'm glad they didn't make it 6 out of 6. I don't know if I'd have completed 6 out of 6 by now. Phase 4 is the only one where like there wasn't options. So the first 2 phases had options. You're either going to do the cargo or the combat and protect. That was fun. I loved it. Phase 2, even better. You're going to do like hunt down a person, which was very easy, but kind of interesting. You're going to different locations. The hardest part was actually the traveling to different places, which I actually like. And unfortunately, I did watch the latest, the third video in the Expo series when they're talking about the quantum jumping because they want to make people get to locations faster, faster, faster. I kind of like that some locations take effort to get to. So I actually like that. It was fun. I did try one of the ones where you're going to the Kovalex delivery. What are they called? My brain is breaking. My brain is blanking, is what I meant to say. The distribution centers, and it was fun and entirely different. So in phase 2, you could either do something that's more stealthy and on your own, or something that definitely worked better as a group. Amazing. I love that. And out of the phases, out of all of them, that one had enough action and enough interest that 6 completions might not have been so bad. Phase 3, it was the last little bit of tanking this Idris and just trying to destroy it was rough. And phase 4, you really had, I mean, we did have, if you look at the contracts, oh, interesting. Okay, I can talk about that in a second. If you look at the contracts, you really only had one thing to do, which is to go get the stuff. You could mine the stuff. You could mine what you were getting and bring it over. Now, the issues with that is not only is it going to take a lot longer, but if you mine and refine 10 SEU of something you needed, and you deliver it because it's going to be in a 10 SEU box, you're just going to lose it all. I would assume. I assume that's what's going to happen. It's better just to buy the stuff and deliver it, and no matter what you're buying, it was pretty easy if it works out well. So, a lot easier. So, I don't know about phase 4. I'm going to be really interested to see what happens in the future with the pyro side when you're having the 2 sides. A little bit of a story. Also, I know someone found a data pad, and I know they said there was hints and things to go through, but I never found those. So it's kind of interesting that there wasn't more hints about what was going on, more clues to find. That would have made this much more interesting. Now, the other thing I was going to say is that, and I just noticed this, that's why I'm going to bring it up. When I was doing phase 4, phase 3 was still showing up. Now all the priority missions are gone. So if you want to keep doing phase 3 for a bit, either get someone else to share the mission with you, or just have everything to deliver phase 4 here at Pyro, and then do a phase 3 a few more times. But make sure you do phase 4 before the 4.0 comes out, which I'm assuming is going to happen sometime around Luminalia, end of Luminalia. I'm not sure about that, but definitely get these all done if you can, because yeah, I completed it. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm just I kind of wish it was a little smoother for phase 3, and you didn't have to do 6 times. That would be my wish. I also hope in the future, I mean, I like these events because they are kind of fun and something different. Gets me to do something that I normally wouldn't do. But I hope the future of Star Citizen isn't events as much as it is missions that you can do on your own time, in your own pace. So that's it, everyone. Completed. I hope some of this has been entertaining for you, and I hope to see you all soon in the verse. If you've liked this, please subscribe. Please give this a like. It does help me a lot in my videos, and I will see you soon. Goodbye, and have an awesome Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, And good luck in saving Stanton. I almost said Santa, because it's almost Luminalia. That is coming up soon, and I am super excited about Luminalia. Goodbye, everybody.